How's everyone doing? It's your boy Smequle, and in today's video we're going to be putting every team's greatest player back onto their team in today's NBA. If you guys are new here, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on those post notifications. We're going to be uploading a lot of videos in NBA 2K20, and we're in 2K20 right now. And what I've actually done is I've gone ahead and put every team's greatest player of all time back onto the team, but in today's NBA. Now, there is one rule that I kind of followed when creating these teams, is I could not use players that are currently in the NBA. So the Cavs' greatest player of all time would be LeBron James. He's in the NBA, so he's not going to be on that team. We have to select somebody differently. Without further ado, though, let's actually hop into this. Let's check out all the teams, what players they ended up getting. Starting off with the 76ers, they get Allen Iverson. The Bucks get Kareem. The Bulls, of course, get Michael Jordan. Cavaliers end up getting Mark Price. Now, it's LeBron, Kyrie, the top two players on the Cavs, but they're already in the NBA, so we gave them Mark Price. The Celtics get Larry Bird. The Clippers get Bob McAdoo, and he's actually not even going to be the highest overall player on the team. Kawhi is still higher than him. The Grizzlies get Zach Randolph, of course, Mark Powell, Mike Conley. They're all currently in the NBA still. The Grizzlies have not had the greatest players of all time. The Hawks get Dominique Wilkins. Heat get Dwayne Wade. Of course, he just retired. Glenn Rice to the Hornets. John Stockton on this. We got John Stockton on the Jazz, and this was a kind of a mix-up between John Stockton and Karl Malone. But a lot of people do think that John Stockton is the Jazz's greatest player. Kings, of course, get Oscar Robertson, Patrick Ewing for the Knicks, Magic Johnson for the Lakers. I know a lot of you guys would say Kobe, maybe even Shaq, but in my opinion, I think Magic is definitely the best Laker of all time. T-Mac for the Magic. We got Dirk Nowitzki for the Mavericks. He just retired, so luckily he does get to play for his team. We got Jason Kidd for the Brooklyn Nets. Alex English for the Denver Nuggets. Reggie Miller for the Pacers. This is kind of messed up. I had to download a player, and he has a different face in the little picture there. This is Reggie Miller, though. It doesn't really look like him too much, but hey, it's the best we can get because he's actually not in the game. Pelicans got Baron Davis. Pistons get Isaiah Thomas. Raptors end up getting Damon Stoudemire. Some of their greatest players are still in the NBA currently. It would be Vince Carter probably, or Kawhi Leonard, or DeRozan, but they're all still playing. The Rockets get Hakeem Olajuwon. The Spurs get Tim Duncan. The Suns get Steve Nash. The Thunder get Gary Payton. Timberwolves, Kevin Garnett. Trailblazers, Clyde Drexler. Warriors, Wilt Chamberlain. And last but not least, the Wizards get Wes Unseld. Leave your comment down below which team you think is going to take the NBA championship now that they have their greatest player of all time. Let's hop into a season, see how much this changes things. I've also turned off injuries as well as trades. That way teams do not change at all. Magic Johnson ends up getting MVP. So we do have one of our all-time players making it for the MVP award. And he puts up some great numbers, a triple-double. But he had 15 assists per game. That is absolutely insane. He also shot very well. Also, Rookie of the Year goes to Zion. Sixth Man of the Year goes to D'Angelo Russell, so looks like he is not starting on the Warriors. Michael Jordan with Depoy, 2.1 steals, 1.1 blocks per game. He also shot very well from the field goal, free throw, and three-point line. Terry Rozier gets Most Improved Player, and Doc Rivers of the Clippers getting a Coach of the Year. And Clippers already one of the best teams, and then they added in Bob McAdoo. Only makes them better. Check out these all NBA teams. We've got Magic Johnson, Oscar Robertson, Giannis, Larry Bird, and Jokic. So only two current players make it on here. Second team, we got D Wade, Harden, Garnett, LeBron, and Wilt. And then the third team, we got Kareem, Tim Duncan, Dirk, Allen Iverson, and Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan only making third team. I thought he would have done a lot better, or he should have been on a higher team considering he is on the Bulls. The Bulls, of course, aren't the strongest team going into this NBA season. Let's go over to standings, though. Find out which teams end up making playoffs, which teams don't. 76ers with the best record in the East. I thought the Bucks might have been able to surpass them because they got Giannis, and then adding Kareem. That is a very, very good duo. And then also Chris Middleton, Eric Bledsoe, both great players. The Nets in third. Magic actually doing very well. They normally would not do this well, getting the 4th seed, but with the addition of T-Mac, they perform quite well. The Celtics, I thought they would have improved a little more, replacing Gordon Hayward with Larry Bird there. The Heat with D. Wade make the playoffs. The Pistons make the playoffs with Isaiah Thomas. And then the Atlanta Hawks are going to be our last team making the playoffs with Dominique Wilkins. The Bulls were so close to making the playoffs, but they don't end up doing it. The Raptors don't make it. Pacers, Knicks, Hornets, Wizards, and the Cavs. The Cavs didn't improve too much with Mark Price. Going over to the West now, we got the Clippers as the top team with Bob McAdoo. The Lakers added Magic Johnson, and that right now that's really the only part of their game that's lacking, the point guard position. So adding one of the greatest point guards, if not the greatest point guard of all time, definitely helps out a lot. The Rockets in third, got the Warriors, Trailblazers, Pelicans make playoffs. They didn't make playoffs normally when we did a simulation. The Kings make playoffs as well with Oscar Robertson, and then the Spurs with Tim Duncan do very well. The Timberwolves are super close to making playoffs. They lost a tiebreaker to the Spurs. Jazz, Thunder, Nuggets, Mavericks, Suns, Grizzlies doing poorly. I mean, the Grizzlies had one of the worst guys in terms of overall. I mean, Zach Randolph's still a great player, but compared to the players that the other teams got, not the best. Nuggets, I'm surprised, did not do very good. I mean, they're one of the top teams now, and adding Alex English, I thought they would have made playoffs, but apparently not. Let's go over to league leaders now, though. Allen Iverson going to be our scoring leader for this NBA season. Giannis, Curry, Harden, Michael Jordan up there. Rebounds per game, we got Andre Drummond still up on top. Gobert, Wes Unseld, Chamberlain doing really good. Garnett, Kareem. Another good mix. It looks like we got good mixes for all of these. Until we get over to assists per game, this is pretty much all-time players. The top 5 are all-time players. I mean, Magic Johnson, though, just put up some crazy numbers. 15.3 assists per game. AI had 2.1 steals per game. Hakeem with 2.8 blocks per game. Let's see who shot the best. Bob McAdoo shooting 68.3%. 3-point percentage is going to go to Steve Nash, who shot 50% from 3, and that's shooting 4.3 threes per game. That is very impressive. Reggie Miller is going to get free throw percentage. But let's just get right into the playoffs now. Find out which team is going to take the championship here. So starting off round number 1. Okay, so after the first round, we got Philly beating out the Hawks, Orlando beating the Celtics, and then both the Bucks and Nets moving on as well. So the top 4 seeds in the East and the top 4 seeds in the West. The West was not even close. The Pelicans are the only team that got a game against the winner in the first round. Let's simulate another round here, though, and see what ends up going on. The Lakers are looking very, very good. Same with the Warriors right now. Lakers end up moving on. The Warriors with a sweep as well. And then the Bucks sweep the Brooklyn Nets. Philly ends up beating the Magic. I mean, these teams just dominated the top. But the top seed in the West is actually out of this. Let's simulate another round. See which 2 teams are going to make the NBA Finals. Looks like we got the Lakers facing off against the Philadelphia 76ers. And this is not too surprising at all. The 76ers, one of the top teams now. Adding Allen Iverson, they just get so much better. The Lakers, one of the top teams now. Adding Magic, they're just unbelievable. Let's see which one of these teams is going to end up winning. Lakers up 1-0, Lakers up 2-0, Lakers up 3-0. And the LA Lakers are going to take it in Game 5. Not even close right here. We're going to see a little bit of gameplay. LeBron not in the game. But, I mean, this team is just super stacked. When we add team's greatest players, the Lakers are just way too good. Already being one of the top teams. Kind of expected that they would end up winning. But it was kind of cool to see how some of the greatest players of all time did in today's NBA. I'm also going to check out stats for each player just so you guys can see how they did in each statistical category. Let's find out who's going to win MVP, though. Is it going to be Magic Johnson or is it going to be LeBron James? I'm thinking it's going to be Magic right here. And there we go. Your Lakers are your 2020 NBA champs. And it's going to be Magic Johnson as your finals MVP. Check out his assist numbers, 18.8. That is ridiculous, 25.8 points per game. This has got to be the greatest finals performance in NBA history. That is absolutely insane. But we are going to be checking out individual stats just for all the players as well, if you guys are interested in seeing this. Allen Iverson put up 30 per game. Kareem, not the top scorer for his team. Jordan doing very well. Mark Price, 25.6 points per game. Larry Bird, 23.8. One of the weaker performances. He almost had a double-double, though. Bob McAdoo getting a double-double throughout the season. Zach Randolph, not a very good performance. Still the best of his team, but not too good. Dominique Wilkins and Trae Young kind of split the scoring right there. Both pretty even. Dwayne Wade putting up 25. Glenn Rice putting up 21. John Stockton, 18.7 points per game, but he also had 10.5 assists per game, so he averaged that double-double. Oscar Robertson with a triple-double, so the triple-double king does come back and get one. Patrick Ewing with a double-double here. LeBron is not the top player. It was Magic. Of course, we already checked his stats out. T-Mac not doing very good at all. I thought he would have scored way more than this. Only 16.9 points per game. That's very surprising. Dirk with a double-double. We got Jason Kidd. Of course, he got Kyrie on the team, so it's hard for him to do really amazing. Alex English put up some pretty decent points. Reggie Miller, Baron Davis, Isaiah Thomas. He got a double-double as well. Damon Stoudemire, I think he might have had our worst performance out of every player. Hakeem putting up the double-double. We got Tim Duncan with a double-double. Not much scoring, but he's getting those rebounds. We got Steve Nash. Steve Nash, only 14.4 points per game. I mean, 11 assists. I was expecting him to do a little better than that, not going to lie. Gary Payton, top performer on the Thunder. We got Kevin Garnett. Didn't score too much, but got a lot of boards. We got Clyde Drexler, 25 points per game. Wilt Chamberlain with a double-double. And last but not least, Wes Unseld. So those are all the stats for the players. If you guys did enjoy the video, of course, smash that like button. This has been your boy Smequle, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money. The pressure be calling. Left on my blessings. I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something. That's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The phone in affection. I summon and dub it. Cause I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the